All right. Looks like we're live. We are going to start here in about 4 or 5 minutes. I am going to actually go get a drink. I have tea water on. I'm going to get that and a little bit of, maybe a little bit of burr rye. I still like Ryben? No. Bourbon. But I might get a little bit of that. Drinking Canadian whiskey? No. Hello, Dustin. How are you? um, no, I am not. But I will be back in 2 minutes. I'm going to get some more tea, and I'll come back with a couple drinks. Righty? All right, all right, all right. Okay, testing the mic. Looks good. Dustin says, good. Haven't been on YouTube lately. Busy with a new job and to bed at 9 p.m. like a senior citizen. Yeah, I went through I had a little bit of COVID. I had a little bit of jet lag from a trip to Japan, and that all sort of came to a head. And I was in bed at like 9, like a senior citizen. But I've sort of got over all that, and we're now back to sort of normal time. So Japan was great. Japan was very nice. It was I enjoyed it a great deal. I don't like traveling much, and I did not like the flight over, the flight back. That was not cool. Um, but being in Tokyo was really cool. Like I love the vibe of that city and the like the shops everywhere and the restaurants everywhere, the little tiny ones that are all stacked next to each other and on top of each other was just incredible. It's one of those things where I go, man, the U.S. sort of, not having walkable cities as sort of a inherent thing just sucks. We've done ourselves quite the injustice in the U.S. with the way our cities are and suburbs are laid out and zoned. Um, because Tokyo is just such a right vibrant, and people are walking around all the time, and there's so much crap to do. Just even packed, it could have been there 6 months and not even eaten, at every place in walking distance of just the hotel we were in. Um, it was, so I had a good time. Very very fun. About 9 days. So we had about 9 days. We spent a couple days in Kobe, visiting my son, um, and we visited his host family one evening, and that was super pleasant. They were very nice. No one could speak to each other, but but we did what we could. It was super pleasant, and yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I think my wife did too. Glad to be back and sort of in the schedule again, but maybe get back someday. That might be nice. So yeah, so good to see you. And we are playing. So we are in week 3 of our Magic Realm game. This is game 6. So we did the first round, of course, of 4 games of 4 apiece. The top 2 of each moved up. And this game has the Amazon, the White Knight, the Witch King, and the Wizard. And I did not realize that we are sort of slightly overlapped on all of these, which sort of bums me out a tiny bit. Let's see if I can unoverlap us. I didn't realize that. No one mentioned it either. It's sort of, oh, see, now it's too small. And now there's a gap. Dang it. Now I'm barely overlapped again. Ah, that sucks. Yeah, that's not cool. Not cool. Oh well, that's obviously we'll fix that at some point in our lifetime here. All right. So I'm going to stop obsessing about the position of these stupid black boxes. The position and size of the black. No, I'm not actually. I'm not excited for the future of D&D once it integrates AI. I don't love the idea of oh, we're going to have AI GMs and it's going to be great. First off, now don't get me wrong. I'm sure that there is another model of AI which will ultimately make all this amazing, and I will, um, not be able to make the claim that the AI is mostly mediocre. But everything I've seen so far with large language models sort of feels very mediocre. It has democratized mediocrity. Like I have not been able to, write to generate game ideas using Chat GPT. And I know people are like, well, you just have to learn how to engineer the prompts. And I'm like, well, or I could just think of the frickin' ideas. I mean, with the energy I spend engineering a prompt, I could also think of 10 things I want my players to do. And I don't think the concept of, hey, we're going to get rid of human GMs and just have the computer GM you, because I already have that. It's called a video game, and I have a million of them, and they don't give me the same experience that D&D does. And the experience that D&D gives me is a very is a back and forth between GM and players and each other, and that's what makes D&D special and makes it not a computer game. And so I am a naysayer with that. I'm a get off my lawn, kids. Get your AI GMs out of here. Not very interested at all. I mean, I don't understand our proclivity to try to computerize really the one of the only things that makes us unique, which is our sort of that creative spark. I understand wanting to get an AI to automate everything and to put every programmer out of work because God forbid we actually have jobs, and I get it. I get why that is, but why? What's the goal to try to make it more creative than us, and that's sort of garbage, right? No, I don't think it's because creativity is the one thing AI can never fully understand. AI as they stand don't understand anything. They are large language models are statistical models that pick the next likely word based on a stream of likely words. And I'm sure there's reasoning models, and I'm sure that And I get that at some point these things become, I'll grow sort of that mold, and I know there's other models that work different ways, and so on. I understand that, but um, but I just don't understand why we are creating things that ultimately will take the joy away from us, right? The joy of D&D isn't the joy of D&D is not entirely the mechanics of playing the game and experiencing sort of a pre-planned scenario, because again, I have video games for that. That human interaction part is part of the experience. The fact that I, as a GM, can sort of on the fly make decisions to make things more interesting or focus on one theme or one topic and do that on the fly is important to the game, and it's important to me, and it's important to the experience. And again, I have computer games. I have 1,000 of them. I don't need a computer to GM another game for me. I could just play any of the PlayStation games I have up there, or Baldur's Gate 3, and so on and so forth. So I'm not a giant fan. But anyway, I should get started because it's 14 minutes in. Anyone that watches this later on for actual Magic Realm is going to be sorely disappointed in me. But it is nice to talk to you. So we're starting week 3. We drew events, and the events were Tiles Enchant, in which case I think we had 2 Tiles Enchant only, the Ledges and the Cliff. So those are enchanted with purple. Now that's going to cause the Witch King a little bit of a problem, since he is meld into Mist Junkie. As soon as he walks into those purple, he's going to be melted. So that is so be it there. We also have the Inquisition for 2 weeks. There are a set of ways to get points off the Inquisition. Tithe or wound your magic chits to prove yourself to the Inquisition. Kill a demon or imp, or sell the order an item with black magic or a type 5 or 8 spell so they can destroy it. And then finally, a broken down wagon, and that is in the Awful Valley there. So, you'll see the Witch King has quite the big lead. He actually really killed it, getting 4 points, but also earning himself 70 gold. So he's in the bonus for gold. He has 1 spell. So you see a lot of his points are in categories, right? Prowess, gold, great treasures, and spells. So those points are a little bit up in the air. Another character could take some of those. And if the threshold of the bonus is 70, which is exactly what our guy has. So if he loses even 1 gold, he is going to I'm just obsessing over this thing's position. There we go. Good enough. If he loses even a single gold piece, he will drop a point in gold. So I have 1 piece of cleanup to do from last week. The White Knight would like to engage in combat with the octopus. And you might go, that is suicide. No one fights the octopus. And typically no one does fight the octopus. Delta. Not a big fan of flying. It's not flying that bothers me. It is all the meta flying, right? The waiting in airports, the boarding the plane, the getting off the plane, the fact that you cannot land at an airport and not sit on a runway and taxi for half an hour because, oh, we don't have a gate, or, oh, we got a cargo net problem, and it's never smooth anymore. So I don't like all the extra bits. So we are going to fight this octopus here. And so, of course, the octopus cannot target us. We started the combat hidden. So let's keep that in mind. And we are going to play, of course, we're going to play I'm certainly glad there are more systems with, that are there for my safety, of course. Um, I'm not complaining about that. I'm just complaining that indeed nothing ever gets off the ground on, it's barely on time. You're always waiting. So we are going to ready our weapon with the H6, flip it to a 3, and then we can play this T5. And so we're doing T3 attack, and he cannot auto hit us. So this is a win. It's just how many chits will we have to fatigue? But I am glad that there's safety. I mean, I'm all for government regulation and safety of airlines. So that's round 1, and we're going to miss. Round 2, we're going to play this chit because I need to fatigue. And we miss on round 2, and we're going to fatigue this guy. Round 3, we go back to playing the T5. This is because of the gloves of strength and the power boots, which he found both of them. This is actually a perfect, and we line up on round 3, and we kill the octopus. And this is a perfect combo of items for the White Knight, because it allows him to use his mace now amazingly effectively. And normally the problem with the White Knight is if he has to play this chip, which he does in a lot of fights, then he can't generate tremendous strength anymore, and he can't he can't kill the octopus. And if he does not do this, then the octopus is going to hit him and kill him in 2 rounds. So these boots and gloves make this fight possible. So let's mark down that he kills the octopus on the last day. Yeah, see, 44 flights were delayed. That's just a lot. I am not a big fan of how, how the airlines sort of manage their time and your time. So he does kill, and that the nice thing is that opens up the pull and the horde again for him a little bit. And that's actually good. We need that if he's going to loot the horde. But yeah, of 32 flights I took in 2024, 44% were delayed. That's so many. 13 hours of lost time. Yeah, that's a lot. So, okay, so let's get to day 15. So I wrote little instructions. The Amazon wants to trade with the soldiers in the patrol, maybe buy the quick boots for a move 3 chit, kill the ghost, and burn the gray source for a new card, and you could tithe at the Inquisition. So I know that the soldiers have the quick boots, and we are allied with them. No, we're friendly with them. I'm sorry. We're allied with the patrol. Well, I don't know. Do I know what the patrol have? I do not know what the patrol have. Well, that sort of sucks. So we are going to trade for certain, and we will do it twice. We will burn gray source, so we'll create gray, and that'll be at the end of today. So I will just toss that card, and we will pick one at the end of the day. And then do we want to... yeah, I think we want to end up here in Evil Valley 4. So we will hide, extra move, and then move to the Valley 4, and the ghosts will come to us, because the ghosts are always prowling. So we should score Ghost Hunter by the end of the day. And there you go. The White Knight, kill the octopus, which we did. Do we sell the grail? So, okay. So the weird thing about the damn Sacred Grail is, if you sell it to the Order, you get 50 prowess. It's fame, effectively, right? It's conditional fame. Now, he's getting a point for his prowess right now. Actually, he's getting 2 points, but 50 would put him in the bonus, and he would score an extra point. That would make up for the point he loses for the treasure. But it would also net him 12 gold. That's not a ton. He also gains a level of friendliness with the Order, making them allies again, as opposed to friendly, because we play with the Knight's Adjustment, so we adjust. He's not allied with the Order, because that is a little too powerful for our guy there. So we could sell 12, 17, up to 20 gold and try to get a warhorse, but you need price times 1, or you would need to sell your armor, which is a little clunky to do. But that would mean you could go probably price times 2 on a warhorse. How much do warhorses run typically? H4. I mean, we could go for this cheapy one, which can't carry, which isn't tremendous. So definitely something to consider. Definitely something to consider. We could also do the Inquisition, but we do need to get back and dump our cards because our cards sort of suck. So the question is, how many treasures are left in the Horde? Only 3. There's a bunch left in the pool, though, but we'd have to fatigue every time we drew. I am going to say, do you support the French ban on credit cards? No, I don't support a ban on credit cards. Should Americans reconsider how they approach debt and credit? Yes. But, I mean, obviously, I'm not going to tell folks how to live their lives, obviously, but I don't know any statistics or anything, so I can't go, well, Americans are in blah, blah, blah debt. I do think credit cards are very high interest debt. You should only use them. You should use them. You should use them and pay them off immediately before that bill comes in and before they rack up credit interest on you. Use them for whatever points or perks or whatever you get, miles for flights, for instance. If you're getting a benefit, then so be it. And utilize that, right? Be smart with your credit and your credit cards. You should always be carrying one just in case something happens and you need to dump $2,000 on a car repair or something that you can't otherwise, and you're in the middle of nowhere, as a for instance. So I think what we're going to do is we will hide once and we will search 3 times and we will extra rest because we're going to need it. You absolutely should have basic enough cash in a savings account to cover some expense. I don't know that that's easy for most folks, but I think you should obviously have enough in a checking or savings. But you might not be able to access your checking or savings in an effective way if you're in, remote Oklahoma, or whatever, and you need 4 new tires or something, right? Put it on the card and get a move back on and get back on the road kind of thing. Okay, the Witch King. So the Witch King, actually, he is ahead by quite a bit. My fear for the Witch King is that he doesn't have a lot of good places to get points right now. And so what I'm wondering is, the rogues have insulted us previously. Do we go back and nuke them with the magic wand? There's only 2 treasures in the lair. Do we make them pay for insulting us? Way on like turn, when do they insult us? I forget. Turn 12, 12, 11, 12. Right there. That was the insult. And the goal there is to get notoriety, and you might be able to beat out the White Knight in prowess then. And then obviously you can turn these cards in. And I sort of think I'm going to do it. We do need to save 1 purple to melt into mist. So hide 1, 2, 3. We probably can't do it this day. We can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Ugh. Yeah, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4 and prepare. So move, Valley. Make sure we're prepared for the inevitable showdown. Finally, it's the wizard. The wizard has to finish herbalist. So we're gonna maybe search 4 times. What the hell else can show up here? Snakes. Little serpents. Let's hide once. Done. All right. So finally, 28 minutes in, I apologize. We finally have day 15 ready to roll here. So let's get it going. 5, spiders and imps. The Amazon is first. So she's going to trade 2 times. I will see what the patrol has. First thing first, just to see what they got. They have the Black Book and the Cloven. Ah, god damn it. Oh, I shouldn't turn those cards over. What was I thinking? Son of a bitch. Okay, so that's going to bring bad luck to this space. That brings some bad luck to the space, and now we add 1 to every other roll. I'm going to roll on the Cloven Hoof just to see how much it costs to get this thing out of the damn space. We now have to add 1 to this, so it becomes a 5, so price times 4 instead of price times 3. $16 to get that? No, not happening. And I think that's gonna sort of hurt us a little bit. So I'm gonna just sell $13 worth of crap. I'm gonna sell to our buddies here. 13, so we're up to 38 gold. And we're gonna sell those to the soldiers. Oops. Geez. There we go. We're going to sell to the soldiers, and we get 13 more bucks. Done. And now we're going to hide and move out. But unfortunately, we wrote a hide. We have to add 1 to this. We are hidden, though. We get a 5. And we go there, and these ghosts attack us. Done. The White Knight is next. The White Knight is hiding once. He fails. Okay. He is going to dip into the pool 1 time. And every time he draws a treasure out of the pool, he gets the second treasure, though. That's a good treasure. Oh, it's the golden frickin' icon. Well, we are not going to carry that because I know we're going to fight here, unfortunately. So I am just going to... God damn. I mean, that's wonderful, but I can't carry it. I can carry it, but the only thing, if I carry it, the only chip I can play is this T6. And I know since we rolled spiders, I'm going to get 2 of these spiders coming in. Oh, you know what? Strangely enough, I don't know that it matters. Do I need... No, I can't. Okay. You know what? I'm going to carry it for now. So I'm going to actually put it in my belongings. That's my first draw. I do have to fatigue because that is my first draw out of the pool. I'm going to draw one more time from the pool. I get a 4, fourth card. It's the Potion of Energy. And I got to fatigue again, unfortunately, and we'll fatigue this because we can't play it anymore. And then I'm going to draw from the horde and hope to roll a 3 or less. Nope, 6. So those are my 3. We do get an extra rest, and we're going to rest this guy. Now we get spiders. This spider jumps us. This spider goes here. And we are done. The Witch King goes. And the Witch King moves into the valley. Ominously. 1, 2, 3, 4. Grr, ominous. Okay. And the wizard is going to hide once because he doesn't want to get those snakes. And he does hide. He's going to search 3 times. I think he needs a 1, 2, or 3 for Herbalist. And he gets it. Right? Pier? Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Done. He's in a dwelling. So he scores Herbalist right now. Herbalist. So there's a point for him. He gets his 4th card completed. And now he gets, I'm going to copy this, paste it over there. He gets another card, of course, and now he gets a windfall if he ends his day in a dwelling, which technically he will. We'll shrink this down, but now we have to decide what to pick. I'm going to say an extra move. Extra move is always good. So he gets 1, 2, I think 3 of those. Those look so tiny until you look at them with respect to the cards. So we'll just remember we picked move. Here, we'll put it up here. Move, move, and move. They are moves. Actually, you know what we'll cover everything else. So he gets an extra move now 3 times, 3 days. And that is it. That is his. And since he did that in the middle of the day, he drew the card. He now gets to, he actually ends his day in a dwelling, and he gets to flip windfall too. And he is done. Now he gets consult demon. So he does get $5. So 5. That gives him 23. I don't think it's enough to change the game there, but now we get Consult Demon, which could change the game, of course. Okay. And that is the wizard's turn, and he is done, and we are all done here. We got the White Knight has a fight on his hands right now, as does the Amazon. We'll do the Amazon first. Nothing is targeting the Amazon. She's going to, so she didn't play a move at all. She's going to play this M3 attack right there. Hopefully this thing doesn't flip. It goes 3, so it's going to go right down there, and now we roll. It is a 30% chance to flip, and it does. That sucks, actually. That's not great. Now she's got, and she has to fatigue a fight, which she does. Now she's got both these guys on her. Not super great. We're going to roll that helmet right there. We really only need to worry about this. We will play an M3 again, hoping that this top guy doesn't flip, right? We want to beat his time. Or we roll a 1 or a 4. We roll a 3 again, which is going to flip these 2. This is the worst of all possible rolls. And he flips, so it is the worst of all possible rolls. And he does not flip. So, our attack goes first. We kill this second ghost by undercutting him. This ghost hits us. It smashes the helmet. So we are now at -5 gold at the end of the game. It does a wound. So we have to wound one of our chits. And we will wound this one. Done. Done. And now we're fighting this guy. Oh, we have to fatigue too. So we are going to fatigue this chit here like that. Done. This guy goes to the bottom. We rolled a 2. He does not flip. We undercut him and kill him, and we are done. There you go. We have to fatigue again. Fatigue that. That's our play. And the battle is over. We get 6 prowess for that. Not great, by the way. We're up to 15. Way behind the other two, the two big guys. However, we do also score Ghost Hunter. And that is a card, and that's her 6th card. So she's doing pretty well there. And her 8th total point? Is that actually true? Yeah, because she is 2nd in gold, and she has a point because of Great Treasures. So good for her. So she's actually sort of killing it. And we get Locate the Cairn. She does also have, so I'm going to copy this real quick, and I can, because she can turn it in. She can turn it in at the chapel if she wants. I'll turn it on its side to note that we don't yet have it. We do get another card for completing Ghost Hunter, and it is Bury the Dead, so Bones W. Bury the Dead in Bones W. Do we know where Bones W is? Yeah, Bones W is not far from us at all. Certainly, possibly. Possibly, certainly. Worthwhile. The White Knight. So he is unhidden, so that does suck a little bit. And we do have a tremendous a thing on our sheet, so we cannot actually play our H4. We are going to just play like this momentarily. And 6, he drops to the bottom. Does he flip? He does not flip. Done. So that's round 1, but now we do flip that weapon. Round 2. Do we want to fatigue? I don't really want to fatigue, but I will play to fatigue so that we don't end this combat. Okay, round 2, he goes there. Does he flip? He does flip. So now he's a time 4. Our attack goes first and undercuts and kills the spider. We do have to fatigue either a move or a fight. We'll fatigue this fight. We get 3 prowess for the spider. Brings us to a total of 51. Remember that the 60 is the prowess bonus. So we are looking for that. And that is the day. So we got day 15 going. Amazon. Well, she can't kill this dragon. I mean, she wouldn't mind Bury the Dead. She wouldn't mind Bury the Dead. So she could hide 1, 2, 3. So she could hide, extra move, and move to the woods. And that gives her 1 extra phase. And she can do a search to do locate, and that, if she gets a 1 or a 4, she can bury the body there. She really does need to rest, but we'll sort of see how that goes. I think the knight... So technically the knight is carrying 2 treasures now. So he actually takes a point. And these guys now are only get a half. Which sucks because now I have the right half. So 7.5. And he has 10.5 now. Oops. So the knight has 6 points now. So he is edging up. Now, he would definitely sell that. That golden icon's worth $100. Even though he's going to lose a point, he would gain. He would immediately be kicked into the gold bonus because the gold bonus is 70. Now, keeping in mind that he's actually... he is technically, what, 10 gold down at the end of the game. Plus 8 gold. He has replacement. So he's right now 2 gold at the end of the game. Minus 2 gold at the end of the game. Because his starting equipment is slightly shittier than it was. But he goes back and sells that, and he has $104. Then I try to buy the damn warhorse, I think. I tithe at the... Or I sell the grail and become allies with the knights. Sell $112 worth of crap. Now I'm going to lose 2 points, which sucks. But you're in the gold... You're in the bonus for the prowess, so you're going to get... Yeah, so he needs to make his way home. So I think he... Hide, move to get... No, he can't walk. No, he can't walk out of there. He can never walk out of there. So I think he has to hide, move anyway. Hide, move, spider, extra rest. And indeed, he will extra rest first, because in case both hides fail, he does want to get that done. So he is done writing his move. Okay, our evil mastermind here is going to... I think he hides. He's going to alert, and he's going to move to the inn. And he's going to alert that chip. Or actually, no, he's going to alert this one because it's there. And he will get 1 shot at the rogues. And then he'll have to melt into mist if he doesn't kill everybody. And okay, so our guy... Oh, and I did need to roll... I'm sorry, I do need to roll... There is an extra bounty for the hunters, dragons, which sort of sucks because there really aren't many dragons up and about. So I said I wanted to get the dead adventurer, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3. So we're going to hide, and then move into the mountain. And we are done. We do have an extra move, but I don't know that it helps us yet. Yeah. We'll sit on that. So this is day 16. And we do get a monster roll. And it's a 3. So it's ogres, wolves, goblins, and octopi. White Knight is going to hide 2 times. He fails once. He succeeds the second time. He ends up here. Oh, the octopus is dead. Done. We are here. That's it. White Knight is done. He is going to move up into the mountain there, the cliff. He is hidden. I don't think anything appears because all we can get is bats in the mountains, and in this case, a spider. He is done. She's going to go 1, 2, 3, but she hides once. Is she hidden? No. So she goes 1, 2, and she gets stuck right there. And nothing appears though because no blue squares. Witch King hides twice. He does. He's hidden. He's alerting that chit, and he walks into the inn. And we are done. And that is it. So we have 2 fights. Now she's going to just run back out with her move 3 chit. So that's not a big deal. The White Knight does have to fight this spider. He's going to ready his weapon using this. And then play this first. Or actually, he's going to play... I'm sorry. He doesn't need to... He can just play this. Round 1, the spider doesn't know he's there, and he's going to miss that guy. Unless he flips, in which case he undercuts him. No. So that's round 1. Round 2. Ideally, we kill this Yutz, so we're going to play this way to make sure we fatigue. 3. So we're going to miss him unless he flips over. He does not. So we have to fatigue. We're going to fatigue. I don't like it. We're going to fatigue this guy. Because we can no longer play that anyway. Because we're carrying a T item. Next round, he goes up here again. And he lines up. Does he flip? It doesn't matter, frankly. And our weapon does tremendous damage on a time 3. It's enough to kill the heavy spider. And we're edging closer to the bonus. But we did fatigue a bit, so that sort of sucks, actually. Our knight is tiring out carrying this golden icon. We'd rather not have to do that. That's 1 fight. She ran, that's the 2nd fight. The 3rd fight is, of course, our big boy, our deadly specter. There are 8 rogues. So we're going to fire a time 0 fiery blast. So we are going to hit everybody with an L star star star. So light, medium, heavy, tremendous damage. We do have to roll on the missile table, though. And you can see here that typically we're going to need a 4 or less for each of these guys. But we can always choose the red die because of the magic wand. So this is obviously going to be a 1 for every die roll. So we appear. We fire a giant nuke. I mean, we're just going to hit these guys, you know, at random, effectively. Do I have a D8? Sure. So I will attack them in order. 8. So we're going to hit this guy first. He is heavy, so we need to do heavy damage. We get a 1, so we get +2 levels killing him. That's our first kill. 3, 1, 2, 3. It's this guy. He's armored, so we're going to need a little bit better roll. I think we need a 3, I think. No, 6. He's going to live. Put him here. Next guy. 6, this dude. We get a 3, so no change. So light, medium, heavy, tremendous. It's going to kill this guy. That's our second kill. Boom. Six, nope. Nope. Archer, we need a 4 or less, I believe. We get a 2, he is dead. Third kill. Fourth kill, we'll divide this in half. 1, 2, 3, 4, that guy. Again, a 4 or less does it. We get a 3, that's the next kill. We're now down to 3 rogues. Hit him. 3, that'll kill him. 2 rogues. They're both the same, so it doesn't matter. Him first. I think he lives. We do... Oh, no. I don't think he does live. No, he does not live, because we do -2 levels. So we do light L star, which is medium, enough to kill an unarmored medium character. 6 is the only thing that fails. He is dead. He is dead. 1 guy lives. And then we have to melt into mist, because he will kill us in 1 shot. So we have a single rogue. In the meantime, we're going to get 6. 12. 24 plus 8 is 32. Plus 10 is 42. Plus 12 is 54. Plus 14 is 68 prowess. I mean, that was ridiculous. And that's going to put him in the lead and in the bonus. He also does get some pocket change. He gets 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 bucks. But you can't loot. I'm not sure that he necessarily... And the rogues are his, his sworn enemies now, right? And that is it. That's his thing. He's going to play Quiet Night tomorrow, right? The right first thing. Done. And he gets Diplomat Goblins. So definitely a good and an ugly, ugly day for our guy. Oh, we didn't even do... Oh, he probably did kill that last guy. Because his stupid guy could eat the last dude for him. So let me retcon that momentarily. Ugh, that's awful. Okay, let's retcon this momentarily. Round 2. This dude's going to lure. So we'll actually have a purple left because we won't need to melt into mist. We're going to lure this Yutz with the dragon. And he kills him. And that's going to be 8. Oh, God. That's going to be 24 and 2 more gold. So 24 is 82. And 2 more gold. Doesn't change the score. It just makes it all the less likely that the knight can catch up. And that is definitely the power of the magic wand, a little bit. Since he's rolling like the Woods Girl now rolls on his spell missile rolls. And that's very formidable. And that's the end of our day. Looks bad for the good guys, actually. It looks bad for everybody but the Witch King right now. The Witch King is just tearing it up a little bit. So first thing, she has to move out of where she's at. So she's got to move up to here. Then she's going to hide and move. So that gives her 3. And well, so what's what do we do here? So do we could hide twice and get in there, or we could fire a search. Let's hide twice to make sure we get through the dragons. Done. Knight's just got to move. Knight has to get a move on here. And so I think he goes move, double move. He goes move, and move to 6. I think he feels mostly safe. And then he's going to pull out an extra rest. Witch King. I mean, weirdly enough, the Witch King is going to loot a couple times. He can drag a pony with him or a workhorse or whatever those are. I think they're workhorses. He could drag a workhorse. Gets an extra move and the ability to carry things. So I think he is going to search, extra spell X, spell, and I think spell to get some purple magic back so that he can melt into mist when he needs to. And by then he should probably pick up. Well, let's go 3 searches and just 1. We only need one more magic at the moment. And then the wizard needs to hide and 3 searches to find the dead adventurer. Done. And that's it. And now we are on to day 17. And it looks like ogres, wolves, goblins, octopi. What's up, Michael? How are you? We are watching the King of Demons, King of Black Magic win the game, pretty much, is what we're doing here. So we're going to loot 3 times. Yeah, the rogues pile. So, good to hear it. Good to hear it. So we're going to get the 4th thing in the pile. 1, 2, well, let's just go 1, 2, 3, and 4. So he gets this guy. I'll take an extra move phase. I mean, he can carry stuff. I mean, that's perfect. So we're gonna search again. We get the fourth thing, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's just sail fodder at that point. And then I think we do one more time. And we get the fifth thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The top card. Reflecting Grease. Pointless for that guy, but, I mean, he'll live. Then he flips this chit to get purple magic, because that's what he uses to get out of dodge. Done. The Witch King is done. The Knight goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Howl does not pop because that is bats on a 6 in the mountains. Done. Amazon goes, moves. She's going to then hide 2 times. And she succeeds and then ends up there. And Bones W draws ogres to her spot. So she does have a fight on her hands tonight. And then finally the wizard is hiding once. He does. He's going to search 3 times. He needs a 1 or a 4. No, that's not... the highest die is the die we count. Nope, that's all bad. We roll with disadvantage every time in Magic Realm. Do we have a fight on our hands? We do. The Amazon. So currently, the Amazon is hidden. So she will target that guy. And she will play L4. I mean, she could... She so needs to rest. She's going to play like this and kill this guy for certain. So ogres are only medium. They do tremendous damage, but they're only medium characters. So he goes down to the bottom. And does he flip? And he does not. She does M star, so that's heavy damage at a time 3. She kills the ogre. She has fatigue a chit, and she will fatigue that one. This ogre's on her sheet. She's targeting it. She is going to... I don't... She has to play at least a 4 move. Well, yeah, she's going to go with this. Oops. This guy goes down to the bottom. Does he flip? He does not flip. So that is 1 round where we did not fatigue and kill the guy. So we'll go for that. We don't want to stalemate this either. She needs to sit there for a little while. So she does not line up. And he does not flip, but she undercuts him and kills him anyway. But then she has to fatigue again. So she's down 6 chits, or 6 asterisks, 6 total rests. How's that? 2 ogres is worth 6 more prowess. And the fact of the matter is, she is not catching anyone in prowess at today. Given everyone else's score is pretty darn high. Pull the White Knight's numbers and pull the Witch King's numbers. They have big. Pull them back a little bit from there. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That's her fight. I don't think anybody else has a fight today. No. So day 18, she is going to rest, search. She knows she doesn't need to hide because she just killed the ogres. The knight is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to end up back in the order. Yeah, he's going to move, and move to the chapel. And then he's going to sleep because the chapel has, if we recall, the flowers of rest in it, right? Yeah. So he immediately gets back there and he immediately falls asleep. But these immediately come back to heal. So that's good for him. Uh, End of the day, we're gonna turn in. I mean, oh God, we're gonna turn. We're 12 points. I mean, we're good. No, we're not even really at risk of losing most of those points because our prowess is sort of locked in. Our gold is sort of locked in. We might lose great treasure points, and we might lose spell points, but even so, you're talking. Oh, and the Witch King doesn't have two treasures. The Witch King has one. It's the White Knight that now currently has two treasures. So let's keep that in mind. So I don't want to locate the statue. We don't need giants. We're gonna toss those two cards. We're gonna draw two new cards. We'll keep the goblin one. We get tiny hut, so we can place a visitor. That's absolutely not really that cool. We're gonna place the scholar on right here. Done. And we'll get another card. And we get thief. Also not great for us at this point. So not a good draw at the end of the day. I think today. Where can we go sell? Where are we not? Do we care to sell at this point? We don't like the Lancers. We don't like the Order. So we could steal from them. We could score the Order in the Inquisition because we got 2 weeks of Inquisition coming up here. Okay, so I think okay. So first thing is first. This is actually a little bit of a no-brainer. We're gonna search twice just for the heck of it. Then we will trade with the company and sell extra crap. What we don't need two workhorses. We'll sell one. And then I don't. I mean, there's nothing to do with all this money. But we will trade twice just in case. We'll see what the company. They do have. Well, again, sort of useless for us. So we know what they have already. So I don't want any of their crap. So I'm not going to trade twice. We'll just trade once. And then, frankly, at this juncture, we might as well move out. So we're going to go. And we can kill most everything on the board still at the moment. So we're just going to move. So we get an extra move and move to the lair. And we will head out. Did we even do the wizard last turn? It didn't feel like we actually did. Didn't feel like we actually got any search rolls done, but we must have. But it doesn't feel like we did. I typically remember search rolls. There you go. We didn't find anything. So there you go. So we didn't cheat our guy out of a move. We will have to hide and search. In fact, do we even hide? No, we're just going to search. We have magic. We're good. A chicken, the Daggerheart tabletop game. It looks like fun, but different gameplay. Daggerheart tabletop. Oh, you mean the like the Matt Mercer whatever tabletop game? Is that what Daggerheart is? And then we'll roll Lucky Day if we have to, if we don't find the treasure. So it is day 18. Let's get a monster roll for day 18. We do get giants and trolls. Oh, yeah, that's cool. I mean, it's, I don't know what it's like. I'm not really my thing is, I'm not really in the market for most RPGs because, all the RPGs we play currently are homebrews that I've thrown together, right? Hey, what's up, Rob? Garage bar, Jesus. Okay, all right. Well, at least put me on your phone then. uh, so the Witch King is going to loot 2 more times. Right, he has. Oh God, see, no, I screwed that up. So that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. So I did not do that correctly. Let me cheat. So I'm going to re-roll his last searches. And not my. So I'm gonna retcon this. That's my fault entirely. I'm gonna put these just like this. I don't even know what the order is because he has to roll frickin' magic sight. So even looting for him sort of crappy. So he gets 3 rolls real quick. So he gets 1 nothing, 2 nothing, 3. He actually finds nothing yesterday. Today he gets 2 magic sights, nothing, and 4. He gets spells. There are no spells here. So actually, he doesn't get an extra move. So we're not going to do that. So we're going to retcon that. There you go. He is going to trade with the company. Primarily to sell the gem. Although the phantom glass would be nice. Ooh, ooh. And he likes the company. He's friendly with them. 86. How much is the phantom glass? It is $8. Likely going to cost him at least 16. He's just going to sell the glowing gem. So $17 to the company. So he's now at a whopping $103. And he is killing it a little bit. Like and subscribe, Rob. Like and subscribe. Look, I'm all for garage bar. I don't even know. Sounds highly sketchy to me, but I'm in. I'm in. How much is a double of whiskey in a garage bar? That's all I need to know. So yeah, I think he does move out. So he trades and he moves there. That's where he ends up. And then do we get giants and trolls? No. And he's not in the lair, so we'll just mark that he moved into the ruin. That's my fault. I screwed up his loots. Done. The White Knight goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and he falls immediately asleep. And he rests all of this crap. Um, right. That's his magic chip. That doesn't rest because that's not actually fatigued yet. So that's it. He is done. He dozes off, wakes up, healed and refreshed. The wizard is going to hide. I don't think he did hide. Did he hide? He should have just searched all day, right? So he's going to search all day. He needs a 4 or a 1. Nope, that's 1 fail. 2 fails. Oh, Lord. 3 fails. 4 fails. He rolls the last one over with lucky and succeeds. Done. Very nice. Okay. So he does get lucky day and tosses it. And he gets a black source, which, I mean, not that useful to him at this point. Done and done. What he does do is he gets the adventurer. So the dead adventurer then is now, he's carrying evidence, right, on his back. And he does get, he's unhidden, by the way. And he gets a small treasure from the small treasure pile. And he gets the alchemist mixture. Okay, fine. Wizard is done. He doesn't get a point yet until he returns him to the Hunt Lodge, and he'll get his point. Our lovely Amazon is going to rest twice, and she'll probably bring that chit back, and then she's going to search twice, and I think she needs to roll locate. So 1 and 4 give her she finds the skeletons are there, and she can bury them. Done. Buried. The dead are buried. She does get a VP, so bury the dead. So that is another fame. So she is definitely leading that charge by quite a bit. 7 cards. 8.5 total points. She's firmly in second place at the moment. And then she can return to a dwelling to get 1 VP. She has to return to get a VP. So she's not done yet. So she doesn't get that point yet. Sorry. My fault. So she's got the bones, and now she's going to get out of Dodge here. Does she have ruins 1, 5? She does not. I cannot believe she's not. Because she actually was at the archaeological dig, I think. That does suck for her, but no, she can head back up. So done. All right. So day 19. She is going to hide, move. And move into the valley. Nope. Hide, move to the valley. Right? So she gets 4 moves after her hide, and it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. She's going to end up here. The White Knight fell asleep, of course. So, I mean, he could get 50, so he's going to get 100 gold. He's going to get 50 prowess and potentially 12 gold if he sells all that. However, he will lose his hold on the great treasures, so that sucks a little bit. So he might just keep one of those. But he also would get into the bonus and frankly be at least challenging the Witch King. So that's the question. Does he want to beat that Witch King enough to give up effectively really 2 points? Or does he just want to get into the bonus? That's a rough one, actually. That's a rough one. The icon's a no-brainer. He sells that. He immediately sells that. He's going to sell this guy. He's going to sell this. He's going to sell probably this and this. So $110 for sure. That's going to put him into the bonus in gold, and it's going to give him This gives him but he's going to give everybody back a half point because he's only going to have one great treasure now. I think he keeps the Sacred Grail for now. So he is going to trade with the Order, sell all his crap. Then he will trade again, just in case. And I do think he wants to turn these two in and probably Survivor as well. He hasn't been real good at getting... you know what? I'm keeping Survivor, actually. Done. I'm keeping it. Keeping it. So we will turn that in yesterday, actually. He gets Diplomat, Ogres, and Big Game. Diplo Ogres. But they've been killed, so that's a bad card. He's going to perform a quest phase. Done. That's easy to score the Inquisition. And he could just tithe at that point, or he could cut himself. At this point, I think he'll just tithe. And I don't think he has any other way to score points with the Inquisition. So I think he does those three things. He'll try. I mean, he'll try for the. Sure, we'll try for the horse, just because that makes him awesome. And then we'll probably just have to move out, right? So now at that point, if we're going to do two, frankly, you might as well do three and just stay there. That way you can turn in diplomat, and done. Good enough. Okay, that's going to be his move. The Witch King. So the Witch King did sort of change his tune there. It's not quite as awesome as we thought, but I do think I do want to go 1, 2, 3, 4 into the mountains. Move, and move into the mountains. And then I do think, so we've got our guy. Let's go get our point. So we're going to move, and move to the lodge. That should score us the extra point for the Dead Adventurer. Done. Fine. Consult Demon is going to happen at the shrine or the altar, both of which are live and ready to go. And I do think those are important. That could be important points for him. So I think we go 1, 2. Turn in the Dead 3, 4, 5. Because we have an extra move. Back into the cliff. And we will use one of our pips here. And we'll burn Black Source. So we will just burn it today. So we'll assume we're burning it sometime today. And we get this card, which we don't know what it is yet. Done. Okay. And that's that. This is day 19. Let's get day 19 in the books here. We do get bats. I could put the kibosh on a couple characters here. So the White Knight is trading. He's going to sell $110 worth of crap to these guys. I do need to keep the Flowers of Rest on top. But the White Knight does sell $110. He now is $114. That does put him in the lead. So he does take some points away from our guy. He's up to 8 now because he's in the bonus for gold. So 3, 6, 8 points. And the Lizard King here is 11.5. But he's down to 1 treasure. And so now we're doing this again. So that puts her to 8.5, him to 7, unfortunately, and him to, no, I'm sorry, she's 8, and him to 12. So, okay, interesting. So that's his first trade. That's just the phase he did. He is going to roll on the $18 Warhorse. He's only friends, though. He didn't sell the Grail, so he's not allies. So we could use... he subtracts 1, he gets price times 3. Oh, he gets an opportunity. Okay, that's price times 2. So he could pay 36 for it. He could roll on the ally table and hope to get a 3, 2, or a 1. I think we will go price times 2, and so that's going to be minus 36 bucks in addition to his. So we get the Warhorse, we have to subtract 36, so that's 74. Now the problem with that is that's going to put him well below. So now he's down to 78 bucks, which sucks a little bit. Hey, what's up, Tom? So that puts him to 78, which does flip him and flips him and the Witch King again. So he's down to 6 points. Unfortunately, the Witch King's up to 13 points. Ridiculous. I don't like the Witch King having that many points. I feel it's wrong. It's wrong. However, we now own a tremendous Warhorse, which is not terrible. We just need to find a way to utilize that. And we do a quest phase, and we're going to tithe 4 more bucks. So unfortunately, we're down to 70. So now he's 74 bucks. He's still in the bonus. And he gets Inquisition. And so that gives him a point. And puts him up to 7. Yeah, I think maybe the horse didn't do him any favors. Because now really he's truly competing against the Amazon right now. And he would have been tied. So we're going to, whatever, we'll stick with it. It's all good. I mean, he's having a phenomenal game nonetheless. And at the end of the day, I think we turn in Diplomat Ogres because the Ogres are dead. And I think we're going to turn in Survivor now because it is going to be unlikely with the horse that we actually take wounds at this point. So we need to locate the horde, which is good for us because we've already done it. So we just need to go back there once, and we get Quiet Night. Tom, how are you doing, by the way? How are you? And the Amazon goes. She's going to hide to get past the dragons. She does not hide. She does not get past the dragons. The dragons stop her. And done. The Witch King goes 1, 2, 3, 4. He goes there. And he is going to draw some bats, though, with bones. So not great, but he can manage. Oh, great. Finishing renovation of my daughter's cottage. Oh, wow. Well, that's sort of nice. That's neat. Very neat. It sounds expensive. The wizard goes 1, 2, drops off the adventurer, comes 3, 4, 5. Back to Conamersa. Conemsra? So the wizard is going to score the dead adventurer. So that will give him his 5th card and his 5th point. Well, the gameplay is interesting. 2d12, 1 is hope and 1 is fear. Hanamara, there you go. Yeah, the higher hope give you success, higher fear is failure. Yeah, I mean that's cool. I think Daggerheart is probably fine. Again, my only gripe is very simple. I don't have a great. Oh, who do we want to show up? I will take the wood folk arriving in the house because they can arrive at the house. Oops. Because we get natives arrive. So we're just not even going to write that card. We're just going to ditch that card and use it. And I have no idea where that card went, by the way. Oh, there it is. Okay. And we'll get a new one. And we get Pub Crawl. Oh, man. It's a little late for that. Oh, and we played Black Source, too, by... Yeah, and we did. Pub Crawl. I don't love that right now for him. So he is done. I think the Amazon should focus on cards because no one can take those points away. Absolutely, she should focus on cards. 100%. Oh, and by the way, she did lose a point because she no longer has a gold point. So you're right. So she is tied with our guy. Yeah, I mean the Black Knight and the White Knight and the Witch King have just eaten the categories alive. Like they've gone nuts, right? Which is sort of fun to watch, but I'm sort of, I am bummed for the Amazon right now. My brain is supercharged. It is. I am drinking Knob Creek's Burr Rye, which is a 113 proof bourbon and rye blend. I typically don't enjoy blended whiskeys, but the Burr Rye is not bad, and it's again 113 proof because they cut it pretty much out of the barrel and don't cut it down to 100 proof like they do their bourbon or rye from which this is made. So we do have a battle here. So we do need to deal with this a little bit. Unfortunately, we are unhidden. So we do have to melt into mist. And then we're going to leave Whiskey Power. And then we're going to leave our dragon buddy here to actually deal with these. So the power of the dragon is the 2 heads. And the fact he's tremendous and armored. And these guys can't kill him. They can't damage him. The dragon. So we turn to Mist and go, take care of it, pal. And my pal goes, yep, I got this. And so now he's going to eat these dudes alive. He's going to target the top one. It is possible to stalemate this. He goes up here. He goes down here. He goes here. But not today, because this guy... Now, all the bats hit him, by the way. Although not round one. Round one, this guy kills him first. These two guys hit for medium damage. They do nothing. I want to hear Woods Girl. That's funny. We could do, oh, Rat. She could be, Scarlett O'Hara, the Woods Girl. I don't know. So yeah, it's a 2/3 chance every round that we kill a bat. So it's highly likely that we kill all 3 bats here. We kill that bat this round, and finally the last bat. A 3 puts him here, and he gets killed by the head. That is 3 bats for 9 prowess. It is a little bit. No, God, I should have sold the damn whatchamacall for that, because at this point that treasure point and the prowess point would be, and then we'd be in a race for that. The White Knight would be in a race with the whatchamacall for that. Probabilities is baked in. It absolutely is 100%. Definitely a giant Bayesian Monte Carlo simulation of life and death here in Magic Realm. What I should have sold the Grail. I feel bad. That would give me, if I sell the Grail. Oh, there you go. I sort of wish I knew more about stock trading. I mean, I buy obviously into the market and just sit on it. I would love to know more, and I've read up, but it's one of those where I've never had quite the wherewithal to say, let me take X $1,000 and and trade and see if we can do anything. Do we sell it to get to 104 and try to compete with the Witch King for that extra point? I don't know. Don't know. I mean, we're going to be in second place there, but we might catch first if we can kill enough stuff, which certainly we have the wherewithal to do. That Warhorse is going to protect us big time. So we just need to figure out what to kill. Mark big game. So probably, I hate to say, we're probably going to do big game heavy. So yeah, we'll figure that out. But anyway, okay. Is that it for the day? I think that's it for our day, right? She got blocked. He got the Inquisition, right? So he's got 3 card points there, right. He killed the bats. He got his dead adventurer point, and we are done with day. It's day 20 now. Yeah, we totally screwed that up, I think, as the knight. I think if I'd have done it again, Amazon has my voice for more manly than my voice, for crying out loud. I love the Witch King, actually. It's one of my favorite characters. It is probably literally my favorite character in the game. I think the white and black knights come in pretty close. The Woods Girl comes in really high. The Magician comes in high, though I'm not great at him. But yeah, if you took my but definitely the Witch King is in my top 3. He's on the podium for that. I think the Magician is more creative ultimately, but I do think, I mean, in the beginning, I think the Witch King is difficult to play because of his unique circumstance. but I think you quickly overcome the, like, at some point you just go, oh, I need an escape, and oh, I need a move, and I need an attack. Done, right? And again, the expansions give him more options, and so he's way better than he is in base game. But I do love the Witch King. And I don't think he's hard to play. I think he's a little bit OP in with the expansions, with the spells that he gets, and and the changes that have been made to the spells that I have made. He might be on the verge of OP. That doesn't necessarily mean that you win every game, though. So let's see what we're doing for day 20. So obviously the Amazon has to extra move back to the woods. Then she's got to hide again, and we're going to hide twice, I suppose. And then we're going to move and move. And where do we end up? She ends up in the ruins, right? Because we're going to go back here, hide twice, move, and move. So a bit of a wasted day on her part. The knight. Yeah, I'm gonna cheese it. I'm gonna rethink my decision. We're gonna trade, and we're selling this Grail. That's gonna give us 50 prowess for the knights. We're gonna lose our treasure point. Oh well, screw it. And then we're gonna go 1, 2, 3 to cliff 3. There you go. Done. And our goal is to compete with, so we're going to be in the bonus in prowess, and we are going to potentially be able to beat the Witch King. Conference, it's the championship game. Super Bowl will come up here in a few days, I think. Or do you just keep it and hope to find another great treasure? I'm so torn. We're doing it. Screw it. Okay. The Witch King. So the Witch King, he is on his way. He's actually on his way to the Inquisition, strangely enough. So he is going to. Does he have enough? He does. He has just enough purple to make it happen. He's going to go 1, 2. I don't love that because I don't love ending in the cave for him. It's not really a good look. But I think we go 1, 2. So he's going to be in the borderland. And done. Yeah, he's fine. Okay. And then the wizard. So the wizard is trying to do what? Oh, pub crawl, fudge and a. Okay. We're not going to do pub crawl, I don't think. You could, frankly. But it might take you I mean, it's not that long. Oh god. I just don't know that it's worth it. I would love to get consult demon because that's a big point swing. So we're going to start there and go 1, 2, 3, 4 into the cliff. Oh, the damn Inquisition. You're right. Nobody expects it. I mean, we could do the Inquisition, too. So he could score the Inquisition also by wounding magic chits. So we could go 1, 2, 3. You know what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can almost get there. Let's actually use the fact that we have this extra magic, extra move phase here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to end up in Borderland 2. And we're going to use our second extra move. Gotta go. Look up pub crawl. Okay. Pub crawl. End of phase in all 4 garrisons. Score 2 BP. Get a keg of beer. So we're going to stop at the Inquisition here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there, and then get the Inquisition, and then be back on our way. And actually, strangely enough, that gets us a little closer to pub crawl. We could pop at the guard. Oh, God. So this is taking me down a dark path here. But yeah, we're going to do that. And that's it. It's day 20. And we got 3 ogres, wolves, goblins, octopi. We get it's 1 octopus, really. It's the Witch King. The Witch King is heading for, you guessed it, 1, 2, and nothing appears. Done. The White Knight trades and sells the Grail after much hemming and hawing. He sells the Grail. He is now allied with the Order. Which sort of sucks because he could have done that for the horse and gotten a discount bonus money there, but such is life. I screwed that up for him quite a bit. But so what do we get out of that? We become allied with the Order. We get 50 prowess. That puts us at 104. That puts us in the bonus, and so we now have 2 points instead of 1 point there. We do lose our great treasure. These guys get half a point because now they're sharing really first place. So let's get the final totals here. 7.5, 13.5. We still remain with 7 because we make up some of that. We get the extra bonus point, and that makes up for burning the great treasure. We also get 12 bucks. So good to know. 12 more bucks, so we have 86 bucks, which doesn't help us much yet. And now we're heading down south here, and we end up in Cliff 3. So we go 1, 2, 3, and I don't think anything appears. Done. The wizard goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, he goes 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like that. And nothing appears for him. And the Amazon is going here. She is hiding. And she does, and she ends up here and hidden. And she is done. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, she is done. And that's it. There's no fights. It is a quiet, quiet day as we head into the end of the 3rd week. The Amazon wants to turn in Bury the Dead. So that's what she's going to do. She's going to go 1, 2, 3. So move, move, and move to the house. That should get her Bury the Dead. Done. And she'll have to figure out what to do with that. Is the cairn on the board? I don't think it is, right? No, lair, shrine, pool. No. So she does not know where the cairn is. I mean, I hate to say this. I think she goes 1, 2, 3. Right? 1, 2, 3 to the house. I think she rests. So this is an extra move. And I think she rests twice. Done. She gets Bury the Dead. She can then pick one of those things. Maybe grab a militiaman for giggles. They're not that helpful, but maybe. This burr rye is certainly growing on me. As it does. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think the White Knight marks big game as heavy. So he wants to kill a heavy. Done. And he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 and head to the horde and kill these bats. So he's going to end up at cliff 6. Move, 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 move. CF6 done. And he is done. The Witch King is going to go 1, 2 and end up still in the borderland, unfortunately. Move and move to the borderland. Done. And we're going to move to the chapel. We're going to perform a quest phase to get the Inquisition. Done. So that is our 2 phases. And then we're going to end up in cliff 3 again, right? If we go extra move, move, and move, we are in cliff 3. And that is our last use of that elixir. Yeah, I am glad you guys showed up. I'm glad you're hanging out. I do very much, especially streaming. Like watching videos is one thing. And that's great. Please watch the videos, by the way. I'm not saying don't watch videos. I'm just saying that when I'm streaming, it is very gratifying to have you all show up and chat with you. I cannot express to you how thankful I am for that. Have you considered televised group play? Yeah, I mean, maybe, right? It's largely just getting people on the channel. Like I have Scott on. It's not that hard to get all that logistics set up. I don't have a lot of folks that love Magic Realm. And the other problem is simply, to be honest, to some degree, you just don't know how people behave when they're on camera, as it were. And I do always worry about, because I am putting my faces out here. I still need a job. I still need to potentially get, hired and stuff. So I can't have anything untoward go on. So I worry about that a little bit, frankly. And I have to be at least, reasonably careful about that. Like, I suppose you just don't know what friend makes what joke that somehow ends you up in hot water, right? Or worse, if you just had like viewers come on and you go, I have no relationship with these people, but somehow now I'm being, turned down for jobs because someone said something. I don't know who's giving a Nazi salute on camera. I have no idea. Like, what's going on around? But anyway, but yeah, you just got to be careful, I think, a little bit. That's all. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the wizard is sliding toward pub crawl. It's like I could get my kids on, and I wouldn't show their face necessarily, but I might, and put the, the fear of YouTube in them. I don't know, but all right, it's day 21. We're gonna roll 2 dice, and those creatures will come back to the board here and back to life. So we are going to get all the dragons that have been killed back in the game. That's sort of interesting. Not the lair, though. I think the lair is currently the buddy of the White Knight. He comes back to the board. The company leave. And the bats come back. So we do get all the bats back, which sort of sucks for the White Knight because that was exactly what he was going to go kill. Um, Come on, there we go. Okay, so we got bats, we got dragons. Those all come back. It is day 21. We have gold magic in every clearing, so sleep is easy for the wizard. What did the wizard do? He moved to the Inquisition and then back to Cliff 3. So let's get him going here. So he goes 1. He does a quest phase, which he'll probably just tithe the money as opposed to wounding chits. Well, no. You can't tithe. Oh, it's $6 to tithe, by the way. So the so we'll wound the chits, I suppose, and we'll score the Inquisition. So that's his 6th card. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, maybe not live play. Maybe you right. Maybe you just video it and then you can edit if you need to. Now look, I don't expect a lot of people are doing stupid shit. You just but you don't know, right? And it doesn't take much nowadays to get in the shit with the universe. So I find it a personal challenge to not to talk as much as I do with my face on camera and not do anything stupid. I don't know if I've succeeded, by the way. Um, so he scores the Inquisition, and then he moves back out 1, 2, and 3. And Hal is going to draw bats. And it's going to draw bats to here. So we're here, and we draw the first bat to there. Done. And that is the wizard's move. He goes here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the bat jumps him. Done. This chit can't draw twice in a day, by the way. And indeed, that was originally that was the intent. Like when you flipped the chits, you knew that you would flip them all back down at the end of the day. Now we always left them up, but in the original game, you would always keep them face down and then flip them back down at the end of the day to show that they could draw again. When they're face up, they cannot draw monsters again. The bats are prowling, and so this bat jumps the White Knight. Now we're gonna see why you bought the horse in a moment. He goes there, and we do get a dragon roar. Roar C. Right there. It doesn't really matter for the Witch King as he's walking away, but it's something to consider. 1, 2, 3. She goes there to the house. She is going to do 2 rests and bring back this and this, and then Bury the Dead is scored. So she actually gets her point now, and that's her 7th point. And that actually puts her a point and a half in the lead now for the White Knight. I think this is the race. The White Knight and the Amazon are the race right now. I think the Witch King wins, and that's fine. He had a great freaking game. So what does she do? She could make the patrol, both the soldiers and the patrol her allies, but I don't know that helps her much. She takes $5, but I don't know that helps her much. And frankly, I don't even know that the militiaman helps her that much. Like, none of those bonuses help her. So when in doubt, I would argue you take the $5. Yeah, the quick boots are great, but they don't give her an extra move, which is what I would go for. And we do have the cloven hoof here, so Now we'll take the militia man because $5 is not going to do us much one way or the other. Let's just take the damn militia man and see. Do we have the militia man in the creature bag? Yeah, we do. All right, cool. There you go. That's her buddy now. Edit out the weirdness in the thinking downtime. Yeah, I mean, sometimes that's good. Yeah, yes. I mean, if there was anything that was just, you go, dude, why'd you say that? Then you'd, yeah, definitely edit that out, right? Oh, Curse Breaker's terrible, by the way. It's just such a bad, it's a bad, like, no one wants to be cursed. I mean, it's great if you, like, for mages and shit, actually, this is really good. Or, I mean, yeah, the mages, this card is great. Immune to curses. Awesome, right? And learn a spell is perfect. But for fighters, this sucks. This is awful. Well, thank you, Tom. I do appreciate the kind words, by the way. This dead adventurer has been scored, so we might as well put him aside and consolidate the cards here. And I still love. I mean, the funny part is, I played. I don't know how many. I don't know how many of these games I've played. I still love playing this game. Still love it. So yeah, she is done. Is there anybody else that needs to go today? I don't think so. We have one fight, and that is the Knigget, the white Knigget. The White Knight fighting the giant bat. And this is why we're loving the Warhorse. Because we're just going to play it right here as our move chit. And now this guy, when it hits us, is going to hit the horse. And since it can't generate tremendous damage, we literally take nothing. We are now immune to the bat. So this thing is on our sheet, and we don't care. We're going to play just like this, and it's going to hit us every round, and we are going to laugh at it. That's why we ditched Survivor. Actually, this is a great battle for Survivor because we would likely get hit by the bat every round and wounded. So we would just be wound, and we would hope to get 3 wounds. We might even let him wound us once for sure, or twice for sure. But with the horse, it can't touch us. It has to do tremendous damage, and it's even armored, the damn Warhorse. Great, the best. That's the best armor in the game. In fact, in the old Magic Realm, the reason why the Knight's Adjustment exists to take him from allied to friendly with the Order is because the first move was not by the Morning Star. The first move was by the Morning Star and the Warhorse, by selling your armor and your greatsword. So you would dump your armor and your greatsword. You would end up with $47, and you would buy the Warhorse and the Morning Star. Because that's 20, and you'd get ×1, 26. And so you would just be, and you'd be set. Because you don't need your armor 9 times out of 10 if you have the Warhorse. So the bat goes to here. Done. Does it flip? Doesn't really matter. It does. He hits the Warhorse and does nothing. We are going to play this chit to fatigue. We're looking for a 1 or a 4. We don't get it. We have to fatigue a fight. We'll fatigue this fight. We don't. We're by the way, the weapon is ready now. We do not have to fatigue this round. We're looking for a 1 or a 4. 1 done. Bat is killed. There you go. So we get the bat. We had to fatigue 1. Bat is worth 3. That puts us at 107. Still behind by a few meager points. But we also score big game. That is true. They would be. I am just so antisocial, Tom. Really should. I should so hang out more with all these people. I feel like I want to get on the Discord and do all the stuff, and ultimately I just don't do it because I am not super. I'm not. I don't know. I don't know why. Because I'm terrible. And all those guys seem perfectly nice. Like they seem great, by the way. And I've talked to Scott and Dragons Down. I've talked to some of the Dragons Down folks, and they're great. And I'm just not. You know, I'm awful. So, in any case, we've killed the thing. We do need to get to a dwelling. We will probably go to the horde and then hit the small campfire to get those points. Do we have another fight here or not? We do not. Oh, the wood folk have to roll off on the... She has to roll for double trouble with the wood folk in case. Because they're also at the house, but they don't care that the Amazon is at the house. But you make a good point. Chris just wants to be invited to a garage. I do. Jesus Christ, I do. God. Are you still here, Rob? You're not here. You left. Without even saying goodbye. I am so jealous of whatever a garage bar is. I don't even know what it is. I just want to go. I wish I was there so bad. Damn it. I have to go to real bars. Or drink at my house. Like what is that? I do. Nutmeg, I do. Yeah. I feel you know me too. I feel this is unhealthy. This is maybe unhealthy. Maybe we should stop seeing each other. But yeah. All right. Was that day 21? Are we good to go here? That was day 21. We have managed all that. Did any natives return? Yes, I will say this. Well, the ghosts are back, of course. Ghosts are back because they're always back. That is absolutely the case. And what natives are brown? Did we kill anybody that... No, the rogues are purple. So the rogues come back on a 5. No, I actually don't think any... No, none of these guys did come back. We didn't kill the guard. The guard would come back with the bats. Okay. All right. So that's that. So, okay, we're going to come and my plan was to do this, right? It's only 10:30. My plan is to finish this game. So we're going to do that. I'm going to take 5 minutes. I'm going to say 4 because that's what's written on my my widget there. But I'm going to take 5 minutes. I'm going to stand up, sort of get the numbness out of my butt cheeks because I'm an old man. Hit the restroom. Maybe get the tiniest bit more burr rye because it's delicious. And then we do the last week. We draw events, and we do the last week. And see how this game ends up. I do think it is truly, it's a race between the Amazon and the White Knight. And the wizard is not that far behind, strangely enough. He could pull off a coup. Now, the problem with the wizard is very simple. He doesn't have a lot of ways to score points other than cards right now. So, and if you go for pub crawl, you are not going to go for the consult demon. So anyway, let me think about that as I go. I will be back in 2 seconds here. I mean 4 minutes or thereabouts. I'll be back. Please stay put. Oh. Oh, all right. All right. So yeah. So the last week is always the weirdest week. Um, like King of the Hill, standing around with friends, having a gab and a few beers. I do enjoy that, by the way. Uh, that literally is how I picture my retirement. Is that pretty much? We'll see. We'll see if that happens. So the last week is sort of that interesting week. All right, I'll see you, Tom. Thank you for hanging out. And the reason it's interesting is just because you're whittled down. You have 7 days, and you know the situation. The board is pretty well set. You sort of know where a lot of things are. You don't know where everything is, but you know where a lot of things are, and you know where you stand with the other characters. And your goal is, how do I score enough points to win the game, to meet my goals, to beat that guy, right? And so I think that's sort of where people end up here the last week. We do get 3 more. Cheers, Tom. We do get 3 more events. We're going to get amazing weather, so everybody's going to get an extra phase, which is sort of interesting. We do get the Lost Warlock. So the Warlock comes down here. And our buddy, the Peddler, appears. Spelled however we spell it. So everyone's going to get amazing weather. So 1 extra phase for the week. Let's put the Lost Warlock somewhere. 9, Mountain 4. So he is lost at the monastery. And the Peddler appears in a random dwelling. 3, the house. Geez. Okay, well, that's cool. And he gets 4 small treasures to put in his bucket. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Nothing spectacular, but it doesn't have to be spectacular. It has to be cheap because they buy it 4 times. There's no rolling anything less than 4 times, and the first person to buy gets a point. That is really good for the Amazon because she could just buy Gripping Dust. Done. For $12 and be done. And she's not competing for gold. That's a great use for her gold. She's turning gold into points. So unfortunately, it looks like she's getting that. So final week, we do need to roll. The Hunt Lodge has a bounty on bats. So the wizard, belongs to the Hunt Lodge, actually cares about killing bats for a couple gold. You know, it super matters. And ultimately, it's not a great draw of cards for most characters. It's probably best for the Amazon. I mean, maybe the wizard. Maybe the knight. I mean, it's sort of awful. Okay. Well, let's see what we're going to do here. So the Amazon, I think very simply, is going to trade, and she's going to score the peddler, right? That's easy. That's an easy score. She has locate the cairn. Yeah, I think she buys something off of done, right? I mean, Snake Charmer's fine. Locate the cairn is fine. Curse Breaker's not good. But I do think what we'll do is we'll do a trade phase, and we will do a move into extra move into the cavern or whatever, and then a hide. Well, so we'll hide first. So we're going to move here into Cavern 1 just to see what's there. The White Knight is still doing his thing. He needs to get to a dwelling. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. You got to be a little bit careful. Like, you don't want to sit on the shrine. That's probably bad. 1, 2, 3, 4 works better. We're just going to go down to the small campfire. All right, well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Into the woods. Done. Our guy here is going to go. He's going to move to the chapel. He's going to perform a quest phase. He is going to hide. He is going to search. So he's going to perform the Inquisition and then try to be a thief. Good. And then finally, the wizard. So the wizard's been to the chapel. So let's look at pub crawl here. We have been to the chapel, but we still have to go to the guard and the house and the inn, right? But we've been to the chapel already. We could do it. We could go 1, 2. Two, 3, 4, because we can use that. I mean, is it worth it? Because the shrine ultimately would get us a 1.5 in plus. So the Salt Demon's worth 2.5 points to the wizard. Because you can get a spell off it, right? And that gives you 2.5 points. Pub Crawl is worth 2 points, but Consult Demon is ultimately worth 2.5 points. Hey, Raven, how are you? How are you? Can you do both? I don't think you can do both. It's just not enough days. You do need a demon to appear somehow, right? I mean, and that's sort of where you're at. You do get an extra phase, so we should pay that in mind because no, that's not true. We do not. You get an extra daylight phase. So yeah, extra sunlight phase. So she touched a cave, so no phase for her. He does get an extra phase because he would be going 1, 2, 3, freezing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get to the horde. And we might score the horde because we found the horde already and we have locate the horde. We'd be done. So that's good. That's good stuff. So we would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and end up here. The Witch King also gets an extra move. So we will take an extra search because we are going to try to be thievy. Freezing. So if you're up, are you up north or are you north of me? Because I could see that. My daughter is she texted me. She's like, I'm tired of winter. She's like, I'm done. I'm done with snow. So what is Pub Crawl going to take? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 1 day. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he could get the wizard can absolutely get Pub Crawl done in the last week. That's 2 points. That gives him 8 points. He needs to beat both the Amazon and the White Knight. He's got to get more than that. So I think we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move, extra move into the deep woods. Done. And this card goes away because he has used all that bits. All right, so we are on the first day of the last week of the game. I'm doing pretty good though, Raven. Pretty solid. Reasonably happy. Just killing time, playing Magic Realm. Amazon is up, and she hides. So she is going to hide. And she is hidden. She's going to trade. That's not a good look for her. And I tell you, what is she going to trade for? Like, what's her actual goal? She's going to trade for the Cloven Hoof. Oh, look at that. Cloven Hoof. She's allied with the patrol. Let's roll it. And we'll see why she does this. Come on, low roll. Oh, God. Price times 4. Jesus, Lord. Okay. So 16. Oh, no, she's going to trade with the peddler. I'm sorry. That was easy. Trade with the peddler. She doesn't have to roll. Although she should trade for the Cloven Hoof, and there's a reason for that. So we're just going to go with the peddler. Price times 4. We're going to buy the Withered Claw for 12. Which sucks. Don't get me wrong. So minus 12. She buys the claw. She scores the peddler for her 8th card. And she now has 9.5 points, though. So she is pulling ahead of the white knight. She's going to edge out the knight. Now the peddler's been scored. Done. And now she moves into here to see what's there. And she flips these. It's Stink and Flutter too. Stink is going to draw, though. And there's the trolls. Now she is hidden, I believe. I don't know. So I actually don't know if I rolled it. I'm sorry. I will roll it right now. Here it is. Eyes closed. She is hidden. Done. She doesn't want to fight those. Actually, the wizard wants those guys, but she doesn't want them. Done. The Witch King is going to move to the chapel. He is going to quest phase and wound 2 magic chits. 1, 2. Score the Inquisition. So that is his 5th point in cards. And he has had a marvelous game. It is his 14th point overall. Now he's going to hide to Thief, potentially. And he does. And he gets what? 1 search? He gets 2 searches. If he gets a 4 or a 1, he scores Thief. No and no. So he is done. And the Lancers appear at the chapel. The White Knight is heading to the Horde. So he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's at the Horde. Because he's already found it, he can now score locate the Horde. Because he's found it already. And he gets the points. It's only his 4th card. But he does have 8 points in total. So catching up a tiny bit to the Amazon, she's still 1.5 points ahead. He gets Tiny Hut. Place it in a woods clearing. I don't care. We'll place him right there. And we get treasure cache in the Lost Castle. So, fortunately for us, the Lost Castle's right here. So that's good for the White Knight. So he is done with his day. And then finally the wizard is going to go. And he's going to not do pub crawl. He's turning away from pub crawl. And he's going to move into the deep woods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think anything appears in here because it's 4 is the gray hexagon you would see, and we don't see that. And we're done. That's the first day. She is going to flee from here, and that gets her 5 phases. So no cairn, no snakes. She's gonna go 1, 2, 3. I mean, where else is there to go? Can she get to the broken wagon? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I mean, 4 would be it. Or she can go 1, 2, 3, 4, but she has to find this path. And the Lost Warlock is there. Where's the cairn? Oh, I hope it's not up here. If it's up here, it's in 5, which is here. That is like the rest of her game is getting the cairn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, she's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4 to Curse Valley 4, and then she'll rest. Move, 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 move. Curse Valley 4. That is an extra move, so she actually has 2 more moves. Unfortunately, she can't get to where she needs to go. She has to rest twice. And she is done. So the White Knight has scored the Horde. He's got treasure cache. He needs to score big game. He also needs to score the Lost Castle, which is right there. So I think the White Knight moves to the Lost Castle. So that's 1. Search, 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 extra rest. That's his day. He should have rested yesterday. So he'll get 4 searches today. I think we are hiding. Oh, God. Yeah, she was saying, why does she have to rest twice? Are you dissing my guy? So she has to rest twice because you only get 1 asterisk back every time you rest. So she would pull this back and have to trade an asterisk back. So she's going to do twice, and that way you can pull this back without having to fatigue another one. You get an asterisk a turn. A rest, I should say. He's going to hide. And let's pretend, so he's going to search, and then extra search and try to score thief. And in reality, what he needs to do is frickin' retire. But he's fine. He's not going to die. He's good to go. And the wizard wants to meet 1, 2, 3. So the wizard's going to go move to the shrine. He will be hidden. That's his extra phase. He might as well search it while he's here. Search. Done. And that's it. And so we are good. And that is day, 23. So let's get day 23 rolled. And finish the books here. 6 bats. It is all about the bats. 1, 2, 3, and 4. The wizard is first. The wizard goes 1, 2, 3. He is theoretically hidden. Maybe he is. And now he will search, once? Yeah, he searches 1 time. Oops, I just screwed something up here. Hold on. I just accidentally typed. Still accidentally typed. That's fine. We get 1 search. 4 or a 1, of course, finds. No, he doesn't find it. And bats, do bats arrive? Yes, they do. Flutter 1. 2 bats appear. And he is here, by the way. And he is hidden, I think. Done. So he is done. The White Knight goes. What is the White Knight doing? The White Knight is heading to the castle. And he is immediately blocked. And that sucks. He just doesn't care about the bats. He's going to kill the bats. But he does care about being blocked and not finding the cache because that's an extra day that he loses. She's going 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, I think, right? She only gets a single rest. Oop, oh, geez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a rest. Because she gets an extra move and an extra move today because of amazing weather. And she ends up here. And she rests 1. That's my fault. And she'll pull that one out. Done. And the Witch King. He hides to hide from the order. After pledging his blood to the Inquisition, he hides. And then he gets, I think, 4 of these. And he needs a 4 or a 1 to then sneak around. That's 2. 3 fails. And he fails 4 times. And he cannot steal the treasures from the order. A ranger class. There is a custom character, the ranger. It's like Viggo Mortensen is like what it looks like and all that. I will try to see if I can dredge it up and put a packet together for the character. The White Knight is fighting 2 bats. Let's get him fighting the bats. He would probably be good with a bow, right? You think? Maybe good on the trails. So again, we're going to play this pretty easy going. We're going to play our horse here and that guy there. And they can't hurt the horse, so they're going to bang off the horse every time. 1. So we line right up. Everybody, well, our weapon length goes first, the first round, 6. So we kill this bat. The other bat smashes the horse and does nothing. So that's the first round. Second round. We get a 2. So now he goes all the way down here. It doesn't really matter if he flips. He doesn't. But that's the first round. We now have to decide to fatigue. And we will, because we want this combat to end here. 2. So he goes down here. We have to fatigue a fight chit. This is round 3. We'll just play this. Nope. Round 4, we'll play this. Because we have to fatigue every other round, and we kill it, and we have to fatigue, and we will fatigue that shit, and we'll fatigue this one and pull this one back, and we are done. No, we fatigue this one and pull this one back. Done. We killed 2 bats, so that is worth a total of 9 prowess, because we killed one and then the other, 2 at a time. So 2x bat. That's 9. We are at 116. So that, strangely enough, puts us at a tie. And we're in the bonus. I don't know that I need that asterisk. I sort of know I'm in the bonus on some of these, but we'll keep it. So what does that look like? We now have, we get a half point, so we're at 8.5 for the White Knight. And we drop a half here. So we are 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 total. So we are not paid in prowess. And that is the joy of selling that stupid, that grail, which is amazing, by the way. Is that now we tie him in prowess. And we could overtake him, which gives us, a point, and him takes a point away. Now, mind you, again, I don't know that matters. He really is racing against the Amazon. He would love to take points off the Amazon, but that, and maybe that was his problem. That was his mistake. If you kept the grail, you would be taking a half a point off the Amazon. That's why I love this format, because there is that little bit of who are you trying to beat when? And right now the White Knight has I made a mistake. He's trying to beat the Witch King because ego. But in reality, he's really trying to beat the Amazon. So be it. Is there any other fight? I don't think there's any other fight here. And we are done. And now it is the next day. So what do we got here? We have day 24. So, I mean, I think the Amazon, so I think where she's trying to get the Inquisition point. I think that is prudent. You might as well get it. She can go 1, 2, 3. And then I don't know where, and then in reality, where do you head? Maybe for the broken wagon? Except the broken wagon could be a disaster because, it could send you far afield to the woods. She's got to get enough points to make sure she can keep the White Knight at bay. So I think 1, 2, and 3, because she has an extra move, she will score the Inquisition here. So move, and move, extra move to the Borderlands. And she does not get her extra move for daylight because she's walking into a cave. The Knight, well, we gotta put pressure on our gal here. So the Knight, I think, goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and hits the small campfire, and that turns in big game. And that's going to be his 9.5 point. So that is going to actually bring him up and tie him with the Amazon. I think he's just doing the same thing. Done. I think the Wizard, if we never roll a 2, this is a bad idea. That's the funny part. We're going to extra hide. Search. Done. And that's it. And it's day 24. Right? Day 24. Didn't the Amazon's fatigue thing get unfatigued from double rest? She could not double rest. I miscounted. Squares. So she can only single rest. Sorry. So we get ogres, wolves, goblins, octopus. The Witch King is first. What is the Witch King doing? The Witch King is trying to steal from the nefarious order. So he's going to hide. Because you got to be hidden, and he is. And he gets 4 of these. 4 or a 1. 1, 2, 3. And he does succeed. So he succeeds and scores Thief. That's a point. So another card for the Witch King. And he's had probably the most successful game I've seen, I think. And he does get a treasure from their pile. So we're going to flip this bad boy. We're going to shuffle it. Draw the top card. And he gets Map of the Ruins. Well, good for you, pal. Because that could have been anything. And that could have been amazing. Could have been the Grail. And all of a sudden he's winning great treasures again. But instead we get Spider Slayer. So he is done. We could place a visitor, but there are no more visitors to place, so we are sort of done there. He does score Thief. He's at 15 points. He is not in danger of faltering at all. It really comes down to, she goes 1, 2, 3. And we do get octopus. Nope, no one's there. No blue, nothing. So she is done. The wizard. The wizard hides and tries to find the shrine. So hide first. Oh, we got two dice. He does not hide. So done. And it is shrine time. 1, 2. He finds it. So the wizard gets the shrine. And that is in 2. So he gets 2 more of these and he'll loot, I think. I think we loot the shrine. Because I don't think he can learn spells. He gets the 4th card, which is not existing because someone took it. 3rd card, he gets the 3rd card. So that's sort of cool. And it's the Ointment of Steel. It's like armor. He's done. Okay. White Knight. What is the White Knight doing? The White Knight is heading to the camp to score a big game. He goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. He scores big game. So that is an extra point. It is his 5th card scored. And ultimately, he is now tied with the Amazon. And I think that's the end of the day, and I don't think there's anything, I don't think anybody's fighting. No patrols doesn't show up. So this is what, day 25. The Amazon has to move to the chapel, so she's going to extra move to the chapel. She is going to quest, so that's going to be Inquisition. God, I would love to drop her cards. It just seems like a waste to burn a day. Can she do anything else? So 1 quest, she has 3 more phases. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think so. She's gonna end up in cliff 3. So move, cliff 3. But now she gets an extra phase because she actually has 1 more to go. So she's gonna move again to cliff 5. Done. And if she needs to turn in Curse Breaker, she can do that at the guardhouse, effectively. So he's turned big game in, so he is done. So the White Knight looking a little dangerous here. Ooh, the armor. Random mountain clearing. That could be okay. And he has not scored the cash yet. Armorer. In a mountain clearing. Mountain 1. But he needs to head back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He needs to head back to the Lost Castle. Probably shouldn't have done what I did there. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the castle. I mean, I hate to do this. I honestly think the Witch King probably just sneaks off and retires. That way we can at least get to the interesting bits, right? Does anyone catch him? Oh, I don't think anybody catches him. I just can't see it. Can't see it. I don't think anybody has enough points on the board or in their hand to catch him retiring at 15 points is pretty damn good. So I just might walk off the board, which will speed the last couple turns up. I mean, we found the shrine. How many treasures are left in the shrine? 2? Ugh, that's awful. That's awful. We need the frickin' demon to show up is the problem. And they're not. He's not. Let's do it. And then we'll just. Well, sure. And this is day 25. So 1, 2, 3, and we'll put his aside, and 4, and the White Knight is first, and he heads to the castle. Oh, what's the monster roll today? I'm sorry. 5 spiders and imps. Not gonna find anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 done. No spiders because they're all dead. Patter. We need the cairn. And no imps because no statue. She is going to go to the chapel. She is going to tithe her $6. She's down to $20, by the way, so we'll write that. But she does score the Inquisition, which gives her her 9th card. That is 10.5 points. So she is actually doing still pretty good. But then she busts it down to Cliff 5. And nothing appears because the spiders are all dead. The wizard. What's the wizard doing? He is hiding and searching. And he doesn't hide. I don't feel it matters. I don't think it matters. There's nothing here. We patter. And he searches. So he's looking for a 2 or a 1, I think. That's 1. 2. No. Come on. 3. No. 4. No. And that's it. And he's done. And everybody's done. And we have nothing going on. Day 26. She is going to. Oops. She's going to hide. For sure. So that's an extra phase. She's going to extra move and then move to the wagon. Right? 1, 2 to the wagon. When she rolls the wagon, so 1 to 3 is repairs, which means she runs to the woods, which sucks. She actually wants a 4, 5, or 6 to kill the guys. That's really what she wants. Because anything else actually takes her, a little bit of time to get right. She has to run back to the woods, probably the maple woods. And that sucks for her. So she probably wants. So what she's going to do, she's going to go 1, 2. She's going to be hidden. So she's going to get to the wagon. Done. She rolls it. Done. She is then going to move to the guardhouse. So that is 2 phases. So she will hide again. That's 3 phases. And then she will rest. That's 4 phases that she's used. Because then she can turn her cards in also. And she'll just dump her cards and see if she can get anything at all. So that's her day 26. Oopsie. The White Knight is just going to search 5 times to find the castle. Done. And then our guy here, oh, geez. 1, 2, 3, 4, and he'll pick up the Warlock. Five. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Extra move. He'll end up in the mountains. He'll have picked up the Warlock. And yeah, I can't. So he gets here. He actually gets to here. So he'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can't make it. Are you kidding me? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. God damn, he misses it by 1 at this juncture. I should have counted that out. He could have scored 3. Now, 3 doesn't do him any good, so I suppose I'm not super sad. Yeah, we'll stick with it, whatever. Okay. Oop, geez, I keep accidentally like destroying the record here. Well, you know. Day 26, let's get a monster roll out and we'll finish this bad boy up here. Spiders and imps, nothing's going to appear at this rate. The Amazon is first. She is heading down for the guardhouse. She's going to hide twice. And she does. So she's hidden when she hits the broken wagon. She has to roll on the wagon here to see what the disposition of the wagon is. And she's looking for 4, 5, or 6, strangely enough. And she gets a 2. It requires repairs. That sucks. Because she has to get to a woods phase now. So that point, going to be hard for her to actually manage. She does head back here. She's hidden, by the way. And rests. And she is going to dump all these cards. And draw 3 new ones. Locate the pool, the challenge at the house, and the pilgrimage. It's not at the house. It could be somewhere else. So let's keep that in mind. Pilgrim. So let's roll. We roll a d6 and add 2. It is 7, the bash car, and it is at the 4, the end. The bash car at the end. And we'll put an Amazon thing on it to know that that's her challenge. Oof. I don't think she gets back in 2 days, so that ultimately didn't help her, that draw. I don't like where she's at right now because I don't think she can get anything done. Maybe does she have? She has nothing found. I was going to say maybe locate the pool, but she just she doesn't have a lot of time. That is not great luck for her right now. The knight is searching for the castle. So he's going to go 1. Nope. 2. No. 3. He needs to locate. Nope. 4. He finds it. Done. So he does score the treasure cache. So he gets a VP, which again I think is going to tie him up. And he gets a large treasure. And he gets pub crawl. Oh, that freezes him right now. He's not going to get pub crawl. That's silly. At this stage in the game, 2 days left or a day left, you don't get pub crawl. There's no pub crawl. He does get a large treasure. That could be meaningful. Could be a great treasure, in which case that would give him some points. He gets the frickin' flying carpet, which can't even carry him. Done. He is done. And that's great, but yeah, that didn't do him any good. Okay, the wizard. The wizard goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Goes there, picks up the warlock. Do we have any way to get 1, 2, 3? I mean, we could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could turn the warlock in, but the wizard I think is done. I saw pub crawl 1 day too late. I guys like, oh, I can get 3 points, but even 3 points doesn't help. So I don't know like what to do there, right? So I think that's it, and I don't think anything appears because we're out of spiders. We needed the statue done. It is day 27. So next to the last day, what is our gal going to do? She needs a point. One, two, three, four, five. How do you score the rift? Seal with blood. She could seal with blood. She could deal with the Rift's Guardian. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And she has 1 shot. So she's going to move. She gets an extra hide, so an extra move and an extra hide. And she's going to move into the crag. And it's largely luck whether she gets anything that she can use. The knight, I don't know that he scores any more points. Where do you score points? The armor is in Mountain 1. Well, so hold on. So the armor is, no, Mountain 1 is a disaster. We can go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. We can't get, there's no way to get there. And we don't have a damaged piece of armor, for crying out loud. What? 16, 33, 36. Okay. We could sell everything. Not quite everything, but you know what I mean. If we can find a place to sell it. I don't know that we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we are. We don't think so. Extra move. Extra move to the pool. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Extra rest. Maybe we draw a great treasure. Done. And the wizard, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. It's the best we can do. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can turn the warlock in. So let's turn the warlock in. Not going to super help us. It'll get us 1 point. Sort of pointless. Done. All right, day 27. Let's see what we got. Yeah, it's literally between the knight and the Amazon, and I think a lot of this is going to be luck at this point. No, that's it. That's all we got. So he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He is done. He turns the warlock in. So he scores the warlock. That's his 7th point. It is also, you know, he has been to the guard and he's been to the inn. All he needs to go is hit the house. He's not going to make it though. But if he could hit the house, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can't quite get to the house. He's just that far from the house. Sucks. And done. The Amazon. What does the Amazon do? So the Amazon is running to the crag. Trying to putz with the rift, actually. So she goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. And we flip that over and it's stink and roar 4. So not even anything interesting up there. Roar 4 is there, stink is there, and she is stuck there. Done. And the knight is heading to the pool and hoping to draw something. So he goes 1 draw, gets the 5th card from the pool, and has to fatigue, of course. Nope. We will fatigue 1. 2nd draw, 6. Ugh. Alchemist mixture. He fatigues. 3rd. It's the 4th card. Well, it could be interesting, sure. Nope, it's the shielded lantern. All good, just not super useful for us right now. Fatigue there. 4th draw will go for the horde. Nope. And then we rest. I don't think anything appears. Yeah, the octopus is dead. Done. And that's our day. So the wizard's done. I think the Amazon hides, extra hide. Move to the rift. I mean, she's going to hide again because one of these is extra. Done. And she'll just pop the rift and see if that's a thing she can do. And then the White Knight, I think, is going to... he will hide just because. Done. Last day of the game. We got gray magic everywhere. The wizard is sort of done. It's really just the Amazon. We get 3 and 5. So the spiders and imps come back. The ogres return. The octopus returns, which is probably good for what's his nuts to have hidden. 1, 2, 3. Good enough. The rogues are back. Like everybody, a lot of folks are back. And pissed at the Witch King, let me tell you. It barely matters. Just here you go. Make a vague pile, guys. Come on. No? Okay, done. Anyway, I think the wizard's done. Like he's going to walk up, but he doesn't get there. The White Knight is going to hide once, which is super important. And he is hidden. And then he's going to search the pool. And he gets the 6th card, which he fails. So that's not that doesn't fatigue. That's 1. 2, that fails. 3, he gets the 3rd card. The lost keys, pointless. And he fatigues. The horde again? No. Done. Like he's done. And he rests. I don't know that I did his rest last time, but we'll just take the like that one, like that. And the octopus appears. Oh, and he'll use that. He'll use that. The Amazon goes 1, 2, 3, 4. She is hidden at least once, if I recall. And she might not be. She hid twice, so she gets 2 shots at this. And she is. And she has to pop. There you go. So she pops up to the rift. She pops the Rift Guardian, which I think is roll a d6, right? It's just a single d6. Yep. It is a 5. What is 5 is the Rift Guardian? Noxious gas, fatigue 1d6 asterisks. She can do that. 1. She will fatigue 1 asterisk. Done. How do you close the rift? Seal with blood. Roll and wound that many chits. Done. Check. She'll roll. She wounds 2 chits. She is going to wound this chit and this one. She does score the rift because she sealed the damn rift. For her 10th card and her 11th and a half point. Done. Which puts her in the lead. for now. Right? Yeah. But he's already done his, he's done his thing. Okay. But that's it. Rift is sealed. She scores her point. She's done. Like there's nothing else going on there. She scored the rift. She gets a chit, but she's not gonna she's not gonna drop the VP. She's scoring the VP. She has 11.5 points. He's gonna fight the octopus. He's going to ready his weapon. So it's like that. And he'll play the T5. This is round 1. Nothing's on him. And he misses effectively. And it's round 2 now. And round 2 is here. The weapon is readied. He's playing an H4. He'll actually play to fatigue a fight on round 2. 4, it lines up. He's going to kill it. So he's going to get 8 prowess. Oops, not 89. That gives him 124 prowess. I'm almost certain that's the most prowess I've seen. Now, the White Knight wins prowess, drops him to 2 points. That scores him 11. What is going on? And scores him 14.5. He steals a half point. I don't think that's enough. I think that's it. I think that's game. I think the game ends. The Witch King moves on and the Amazon moves on. The Amazon beats out the White Knight by a half a point because she sealed the rift. She got lucky on the rift. Seal with blood, roll with that many chits, score a VP. Done. And she's done. And that's it. And she scores 1 point on the last turn. He scores a half point on the last turn. That's not enough. She wins the game. Well, she wins second place. So I think that's it. I think we have done it. Crazy. Again, a crazy game here that comes down to the last turn. And we have the Witch King and the Amazon. And what that's going to do for us is you're going to have the final 4 is going to be the Woods Girl. Wait, where's the Woods Girl? Hold on. She's here somewhere. The Woods Girl. The Black Knight. The Witch King is our only magic guy. I mean, the Woods Girl has some magic. And the Amazon. That's it. That's our final foursome. The Amazon squeaks it out. That's actually pretty cool, to be quite honest with you. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to say. That's it. That's where we're at. I thought the White Knight had it, but he didn't, frankly. Not quite enough. And he scored literally like the most prowess I've ever seen anyone score. The Witch King and the White Knight scored. Between them, they have 240 prowess and 189 gold. And I think I made a mistake. And I'll tell you where I made a mistake for the White Knight. I made a mistake for the White Knight when I sold the treasure. I should have kept the treasure, at least one of them, because that would have stolen a half point off of the Amazon, and that would have put the White Knight ahead of the Amazon. And because he made that decision, that bad decision to compete against the Witch King, which he won the competition. He won prowess. He stole the point off the Witch King, but the Amazon's sitting there with 1.5 points of great treasures, and he could have stolen that half point off of her instead, and she would have been at 11, and he'd have been at 12. Or maybe 11. We'd have to see. Like, well, because he wouldn't have got the prowess point. I don't know. I don't know. Too many combinations. Man. These last two games were great. I don't know if any of you watched the Black Knight and the Woods Girl come back the last week against the Dwarf. If you didn't, you should. It's a great game. This one also comes down to the wire. The Wizard has a little bit of a lackluster game. However, if you think about it, he had 7 cards. He scored second place in cards. He actually scored a lot of cards, just nothing else. He was blanked from every other thing there, every other category. If he could have scored spells, he'd have had a much better game. Having said that, I mean, it was the Witch King and the White Knight's game up until it was the Amazon's game. She scores 10 cards and almost nothing else but 10 cards. So she kicked the hell out of cards. Right? Monastery Storm 2, Dig Site 3, 4 or 5 for Missing Persons, 6 for Ghost Hunter, 7, 8, 9, and 10. The Rift, the last turn, wins the game, edges out the White Knight for second place. She's moving into the final, and we're going to have the Woods Girl and the Amazon, the 2 ladies, 2 of 3 ladies, and the Witch King and the Black Knight. So literally sort of virtue, right? You got the Woods Girl. She seems very virtuous. Not priestly, not divine, but quietly virtuous. And the Amazon, right? The chaste versus the defilers kind of thing going on there is what we have. The Black Knight and the Witch King. So it looks like it's going to be a great final game. I think I want to play this week one more night of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and then we'll try to get this game started, this last game. So, it's 11:45. Michael, thank you very much for coming and hanging out. Raven, thank you. Tom, of course, good to see you. Nutmeg, always good to see you. And Rob, I hope you're having a great time at your garage bar. God damn it. Where do you live? I want to come just to go to a garage bar. Like, whatever is going on with this garage bar phenomenon, I want in. And Dustin, thank you for hanging out and talking and chatting with me. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate you. And like, subscribe, blah, 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 whatever. Anyway, I will talk to you all later. Great game. It was a great game. Thanks very much. I enjoyed it a lot. And I will see you guys, hopefully, rest of this week. We'll be playing a little bit more Kingdom Come Deliverance. I got to figure out what to do now that Henry's sort of off on his own and without anything. We got to figure that out. And then we'll start this last and final match, the Super Bowl of Magic Realm for the year 2024-2025. I will talk to you all later. Have a good night.